Sunday afternoon. That's the end of another week, and yet again I find that I'm not overly satisfied with my running. The mileage this week wasn't great. Again, I got to 53k this week, 53 kilometers. I think it was 56 last week, and the week before that it was in 60 odd low, maybe 61 or 62. So it's been somewhat consistent and certainly better than it was last year. And I keep saying it to myself, when I reflect back last year, I was just getting back to running. I also had a workout to do earlier this week. I did it on Friday, and it didn't go well. It was supposed to be 3 by 2k. I wanted to run at about 3:55 for the 2 kilometers. And when I get out of the car, I felt kind of sluggish and slow. And once I got running, the warm-up went okay, but once I tried to pick up the pace to run the first interval at 2k, I think I averaged about 4:22 for the first 2 kilometers. And then I had a 2 minutes easy, and then I set off in the second one. I think I averaged 4:28 on the second set of 2k. And then the last one I was around about 4:19 average, which shows that it was more of a mental thing, I suppose, than a physical thing, because the slowest or the fastest 2k of the 3 was the last one. And maybe just because I knew I was coming to the end, and I was supposed to do like a couple of kilometers cool down, but I was at the car. I probably did about a 600 meters cool down, and then I just got into the car and just wasn't feeling great. And it's been like that for a while now. I got the half marathon coming up at the end of March, so I really want to run sub 130. And if training keeps going the way it's going, it's not going to happen. So I've decided to go back to what I was doing this time last year, but with just a little bit more intensity. Is that I'm just going to do a good bit of volume for the next 4 weeks, which will be up until that marathon. I suppose it's middle of February now, so it'll bring me to the middle of March, and I might have a week or two, maybe a little bit of intensity. But yeah, just for the next couple of weeks, I'm going to try and get up to 70k a week. I'm going to try and the only workout I'm going to do, because this time last year I wasn't doing any workouts, and it did pay for me well. Not in terms of fit, it definitely got my fitness on. I ran that 3:11 marathon, so I can't say that I didn't get fit doing that. I did, and I ran a 1:32 half marathon. But I think what doing that lots of volume last year did for me is that it just kept my mind in the game. I didn't have to worry about the workouts. I wasn't stressing about workouts. I wasn't I wasn't stressing about workouts. I wasn't kind of dreading them during the week, which I kind of feel I'm doing that now, because I don't feel that I have it might be the mental side of it. I just don't feel that I want to get into workouts. I know it's going to be a long year. The Valencia Marathon that I'm going to go for it in is not until December, so it's only February. And I just think, looking back on how everything went, last year was almost a perfect year, because I kept my head in the game. I was enjoying running for the whole year. I didn't get to any point where I was kind of dreading the week and kind of thinking I need a week off, or I need to just get away from this for a while. And that's usually what would have happened during marathon training, marathon plans. So this year, I already feel myself that I'm not as engaged as I was last year. So like I said, I'm just going to quit the workouts. I'm going to quit the intensity. I'm not going to put the pressure on myself to run any sort of intensity during the week. I'm just going to go back to doing volume, try and get about 10 to 13k each day. If I feel like pushing it on a little bit and bringing it up to that light tempo that I've been talking about, was the thing I was missing from last year, then I might do a little bit of that. I'll certainly do a couple of strides in those 10k runs, and I'll certainly do some hill blasts. I might try and just target down strides once a week and hill blasts once a week, and just use that as a way to work on the speed. I think there is a lot to be gained from doing that for me this year. But like I said, it's just so far this year, I just feel that it's already, the year is starting to get away from me, and I haven't been enjoying it. And that's why the volume is lower than what it should be. There's a couple of days where I should be getting out of the car and going for a run. I'm just thinking, I don't want to push it. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Anyway, like I said, it's a long year, and I don't need to have this pressure on myself at the moment. And when I'm talking about this, when I think about it, I think I would really enjoy just doing a whole lot of volume and just getting a really good base. I mean, my aerobic base is pretty good. It's pretty high. And I just think I think that needs a little bit of attention more than the speed work this time of year. I don't think I need the speed work. I think the half marathon in March, the fact that I want to do it in 1:30 is putting a little bit of pressure on me to do workouts that I may not be ready to do. So I'm just going to sideline them. I'm just going to forget about it. If I run 1:30 in that half marathon, I'll run 1:30. If I run 1:32, I'll run 1:32. the focus is going to be now the next month of just getting some good volume, getting some good fitness back, getting some confidence back, enjoying running again, because I haven't really been enjoying it since Valencia, if I'm being honest with myself. And I just need to find that little bit of love again, and then once I do, I can start to add in some workouts and start to bring the fitness along. There is another half marathon. I'll do the Dublin Series half marathon. That will be in June or July. So yeah, that's the one that I'll try and do a fast half marathon in. I've just been saying that I want to run 1:30 in this one in the end of March, because it's the first time doing this Dublin City Marathon. It's a new half marathon. It's a new half marathon, and it's in my hometown. It's on the north side of Dublin, so yeah, it's like literally home soil for me. So I was kind of saying it'd be nice to run 1:30 on that, and it will be. But look, I think my time will be best served now by just getting that volume, getting that enjoyment, and just getting back into running and doing the things that I love, and not putting the pressure on myself to do these workouts that, like I said, I don't feel I'm fit enough to do at the moment, and I don't feel I'm getting my bang for my buck by doing them, which is why I'm kind of procrastinating and half doing them, and then the days I am trying to do them, I'm not performing particularly well, and then that's knocking my confidence, and I'm thinking, oh, it's a long year, how am I going to keep doing this for the whole year? So yeah, so I'm just going to take the pressure off, exactly what I did last year, but I'm in a much better position to do that this year, and hopefully in a month's time I'm feeling a little bit fresher, I'm feeling a little bit fitter, and feeling a little bit more confident to go after those workouts. So that's what I'm going to do over the next couple of weeks. I'll vlog along and I'll tell you how it's feeling. I did an 18k run this morning. That was around about 5:07 per kilometre, and that was fairly cruisy with the lads. There wasn't too much intensity put into that, so if I can bring that time down over the next month, that'll be absolutely fantastic. But for next month, it's just going to be volume, couple of strides, couple of hill blasts, and we'll see where we go from there. Anyway, you know what to do, guys. In the meantime, run far, run fast, but most of all, run sensible.